Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today's project, I'm working on the winch mount for my deckover trailer. So I'm going to be using a piece of 6-inch, 8.2 pounds per foot C-channel that I purchased here. This was a drop from my local steel supplier. So I need to get this piece cut to length, and then we're going to machine part of it away to install a receiver hitch tube. I'm going to mount this all vertically on the front headboard of my trailer, weld this receiver hitch tube in. I'm going to machine out a pocket for this to drop down into, weld it fast, and then that way I can pull the winch on and off the trailer, store it underneath in one of the toolboxes. Okay, now that the piece is cut to length, we're going to go ahead and find the center. I already measured it out, and we're going to mark where the center of this piece is. And then just to verify, I'll measure in off the other side. I get the same dimension. So we know that's the center. I know I need 2.5 inches for that to clear, so that's going to be 1.25 inches. Either side of center, so we're going to line up on the center, 1.25 inches at each end. Each side of center, I should say, not each end. So that should work. That's what we're going to go ahead and machine this section of this leg of this C-channel out. That way this will drop in, and it should hold out about right to where the rim of this should be flush with where we're going to machine it. Now I just got to go figure out how I'm going to hold this in the milling machine. That'll hold that side. Now, Okay, that has that rigid now. All right, now okay, I have everything set up, I believe. So to get ready to machine this out. And yeah, I think I'm just going through everything, make sure I got everything how I'm gonna machine into that, and then I'm gonna feed across. Machine across. Let me make sure if I raise the table, will I have enough travel? If I lock the quill, yes, that will work. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna lock the quill where it's at. Okay, that's locked. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have the digital readout zeroed at the start. We know it's a 1-inch cutter. So back to zero. It's a little weird with having the hand wheels all the way. We're working off to one side, I guess. Okay, so that should be that. We should be good to go. Okay, I just got this piece pulled off the milling machine. I had a little bit of an issue there with my measurements and making things fit. I should have measured the cutter first to verify the diameter, so it was off and threw my measurements off, but we got everything. And that's kind of how this is going to fit in there. So I need to deburr this, and then that's how that's going to fit in to this plate or this piece of C-channel. And then I think the other thing before I go any further with this, I am going to drill some mounting holes, because I think I'm just going to bolt this to the front of the trailer, to the headboard of the trailer. I think that'll be strong enough. Maybe back it up with some flat washers on the front side, The way the trailer is set up, it should be strong enough. Again. Yes, just marking it with a pencil so I know where they're at. Not just looking for the center punch mark. Try to mark the punch, not pen. Okay, the next thing I have to do is weld out this receiver hitch tube, making sure the pin's in proper location. I'm going to go ahead and tack it, and then I'll root the clamp and get it welded out. Okay, the next part, I have to drill the holes out in this headboard of the trailer to mount my winch plate. I already pre-marked and center punched all the holes. Now we're just going to go through and drill a pilot hole. close that before I jump down on that. And to power this for right now, I'm just going to use a jump box. Okay, we'll see here. I'll bring you over here a little closer so you can see if it's going to deflect or not. And I just have the winch mounted, just hooked right to the very back of the trailer, to the ramp rail in the back. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're at about, yeah, I don't know. Well, there it went till it stalled the winch, so I can live with that. Okay, that wraps up this video on mounting the winch mount on the front of my trailer. As you can see in the video, now I had the winch pulled, hooked to the back of the trailer, right to the rub rail in the very back, so nothing could give, and pulled till it stalled the winch, and it did pull the front of the trailer back. It is bent a little bit now, but it didn't fail, so that's the most important thing. I was hoping with having that against the bottom there, it wouldn't give that much, but it did. The only other thing I could do possibly would be take a drop of that channel iron, or even two of them, and catch where this bolt is, and down to the bottom, and bolt two of them into it so it wouldn't let it flex that much. I could do that, or if I find a big enough plate and could lay in there, pull the toolbox out and do that. So, but it'll work for now for what I need to do. So yeah, that wraps up everything I wanted to get done here on this trailer. I got the toolboxes mounted underneath, got the winch done, so everything's ready to go now to put this into service.